US President Joe Biden has met with the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi for talks as the two countries seek to smooth ties ahead of a possible visit by Chinese leader Xi Jinping and called for working together to address global challenges. The White House said, Biden emphasized that both the United States and China need to manage competition in the relationship responsibly and maintain open lines of communication. And he underscored that the United States and China must work together to address global challenges. Of course, viewers, this is the latest that we're tracking on the broadcast. Meanwhile, I'm being joined by my colleague Ajay Jandyal. Ajay, over to you to give our viewers more details on this.
Well, yes, it seems that it's a very, this meeting was very, crucial meeting between the two leaders. U.S. President Joe Biden met Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi for talks on Friday. As the two local countries, seek smooth ties ahead of a possible visit of Chinese, President Xi Jinping and called for working together to address global challenges. And White House, in a press note, said that Biden have emphasized that both the United States and China need to manage competition in the relationship responsibly and maintain open lines of communication, because we have seen that there are certain, news in the past as well, and that is well known to everyone that, China and US are not having a good relation, but this communication, this meeting, which has happened there, this is possibly going to maintain a good relation in the coming days. So that is why we can say that it has been attempted, and White House says that we have emphasized that both the United States and the Chinese need to manage competition in the relationship responsibly, so that maintain the open lines of communication in the coming time as well.
Right, Ajay, stay on with us. We're also being joined by Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava. He's an international affairs expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining in on NewsX. Now, of course, China and the United States do not have good relationships, so to speak. But now, US President Joe Biden meeting with the Chinese foreign minister, saying that they should call for a cooperation on global challenges. What do you make of this development?
Well, Sabri, first of all, very good morning to you. Good morning to Ajay and all other viewers. This relationship is a major power relationship. And obviously, United States of America and China, they are competing. They are going to be competing very, very hard. But at the same time, it is also important for both the major powers to manage their differences and to compete with each other responsibly. And also, more important is also that they maintain the channels of communication open with each other. Because, in major power rivalry, the major power competition, if you do not have an open line of communication, then there could be a possibility of misperceptions. And these misperceptions could lead to disastrous situations. Like in South China Sea or in Indo-Pacific region, both the countries are obviously having intense competition. The issues related to Taiwan, issues related to South China Sea, issues related to trade, obviously is putting United States of America and China in a very competitive mode, and they are competing hard. And also they want to secure their interest. United States of America wants to secure its interest of its allies and partners. United States of America is also committed to ensure freedom of navigation, freedom of overflight, unimpeded commerce in the Indo-Pacific region. But on the other side, if you look at the Chinese approach, China claims about 90% of the entire South China Sea as their own territory, and China has its imperial designs with regard to South China Sea and elsewhere. So I think there is a deep difference between United States of America and China, which was quite recognized by clearly said by Foreign Minister Wang Yi when he was meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, He said that we have deep differences, but dialogue is the only way forward. And I think with dialogue there will be more understanding to resolve their differences responsibly and to manage their relationship responsibly, more importantly. And that can only be possible if the channels of communications are open, if the strategic communication is maintained. So I think the main purpose of this visit is to ensure that the channel of communication, strategic communication, remains open. But there is no doubt, there should not be any doubt that these two countries are going to be competing very, very hard, and there could be a possibility that they will come time and again face to face with each other. And this is not only a competition, but it is going to be a rivalry rather. But this competition, this rivalry should be managed in such a way that it does not lead to any escalation of this kind of a rivalry into a bigger conflict. That is the main focus, and the United States of America also wants to manage its ties with China. Similarly, we also in India, we also want to manage our ties with China. But having said that, let me say that be it the United States of America or be it India or be it any other democratic nations of the world, we are all aware about Chinese character. And China can be dealt with only from the position of strength, and United States of America or India or other democratic countries of the world, they are developing their position of strength to deal with China. China respects only power. And if you show your weakness, China will exploit it. But if you come up with a position of strength to talk to them, they will respect you. So I think we know about Chinese character very well, and we know about the deceptive character of China as well. So I think we will not, United States of America will not go by the face value of Wang Yi or their potential meeting with Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping is going to be traveling to San Francisco in November for the APEC summit. So it is now reports are coming that both the leaders, President Biden and President Xi Jinping, will be meeting with each other, and it's good. It's good for the world that two major power and their leaders meet with each other. They remain in touch with each other, and they maintain their channel of communication open. So I think this kind of strategic communication is very much required. Whether it is US or China, or US or Russia, or India and China, I think these channels of communications are very significant. And I think with this kind of a visit, it will certainly help, both the major powers to maintain their channel of communication open. And also, with regard to, there are some challenges which are common, like climate change, like terrorism, like many other challenges, where United States of America and China could come up with a joint strategy, and they should come up with joint strategies to deal with the global challenges.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.